What is up, Rivalers, and welcome to Marvel Rivals Guides. This channel is going to be your one-pop stop for everything Marvel Rivals, including character guides, character reveals, patch notes, gameplay reveals, and more. So if you're interested in Marvel Rivals, you should absolutely subscribe because this is going to be the #1 YouTube channel dedicated to the game. If you don't even know what Marvel Rivals is, it is an upcoming 6v6 competitive hero shooter similar to Overwatch, but with all kinds of awesome Marvel characters. I will link the trailer down below, and you should absolutely go watch it because this game looks amazing. It has so much promise, and just the idea of the hero shooter genre crossing over with Marvel superheroes is the coolest thing in the world. I mean, the gameplay trailer alone shows off a lot of that potential. The fact that Marvel has an entire universe of characters with unique abilities makes it the perfect company to make a game like this. I mean, we've got Doctor Strange teleporting people from one end of the map to the other. We've got Spider-Man swinging around, webbing people up, Loki literally duplicating himself and taking other characters' abilities. The possibilities for unique character kits are endless. So that is going to bring us to the topic of today's video. What characters are going to be in Marvel Rivals? Now, Marvel Rivals is going to be launching in May with an open alpha, and in that open alpha, we have already got 19 confirmed characters. These characters range from the big popular characters like Iron Man and Hulk to some really obscure surprising additions like Magic and Luna Snow, who, listen, even most comic book nerds do not know who Luna Snow is. Don't pretend like you know who Luna Snow is. So Marvel really wanted to make a statement with this reveal trailer that this is not just a game that will only appeal to casual fans. They are willing to put absolutely anyone in this game if it fits the gameplay. So let's get right into it. Who should be in Marvel Rivals? Now, from the trailer, we know that there are 3 basic classes, and that's going to be your classic DPS, tank, and support. So any character that gets included should be able to use their unique abilities to fall within one of those 3 categories. So our first DPS that is already confirmed to be an upcoming release. He won't be in the open alpha, but Marvel plans to put him in sometime down the line, is Moon Knight. This character has gotten a lot more popular in recent years, and for good reason. He is such a fun character. He's basically what if Batman was crazy and also the servant of an Egyptian god that may or may not be real? He's got his own Netflix show, he's got his own action figures, and he would make an amazing addition to the DPS class. Now, Moon Knight famously wears white so that his enemies can see him coming. He literally likes being in the limelight and scaring the hell out of his enemies. He's just a crazy, unhinged guy that loves to just go full fisticuffs and punch his problems away. So I imagine he would be a really good brawler. Maybe he'll be able to throw his moon-shaped boomerangs as one of his basic abilities. His ultimate ability could maybe be like putting his enemies in an Egyptian-themed coffin or cutting the enemy's team's face off like he did in the comics. I don't know, maybe that's a little too violent for a fun game like this. Either way, I am so pumped to see Moon Knight in the game, and I'm glad he's already confirmed. Now, a character that's not yet confirmed, but like, come on, of course they're gonna put him in, is Venom, the most popular Spider-Man character ever. Now, Marvel Rivals has these team-up moves, which is unique to this game. Overwatch does not have this. So you can see in the trailer, Rocket Raccoon and Groot have a team-up ability, where Rocket jumps on his shoulders and presumably gives Groot a big buff. I think this is one of the coolest ideas in the game, and it just opens the door for so many cool interactions. Like, imagine if Venom and Spider-Man had a team-up move where they wipe a whole room with a big AoE damage. Or Marvel could even go in a different direction and have Venom be a direct counter to Spider-Man. Maybe like his kit cancels out Spider-Man's kit in the game. See, this is why I think Marvel Rivals is such a cool idea for a game, because they have the unique opportunity to draw on these characters' relationships and history with one another and have that directly impact the game, either through the villains being counter picks to the heroes or give them team-up abilities. Oh, I am actually just getting so excited thinking about this. But anyways, Venom's definitely gotta be a tank. This dude is a unit. He is absolutely massive. He wants to be on the front line soaking damage, causing chaos. He'll probably have like a big sweeping tentacle attack where he swipes out in front of him with the symbiote tendrils. Marvel, come on, you gotta put Venom in this game. All right, up next, we're gonna take a look at the most underrated class in hero shooters, and that is support. Now, right now, there's only a handful of supports confirmed for Marvel Rivals. We've seen Luna Snow, Loki, and Rocket Raccoon. Now, hear me out. The fact that Loki and Rocket Raccoon are support characters, which is typically a class that revolves around shielding and healing, but we've got like Rocket Raccoon gunning people down, and he's classified as a support. That makes me think that support is going to be a little different in this game compared to Overwatch or League of Legends. Marvel is going to kind of stretch the boundaries of what support is going to be, or what people expect support to be. I mean, every superhero is kind of combat oriented to begin with, So it really kind of comes down to creative uses of their superpowers for how they want to classify these characters. I think an amazing addition to the support class would be a speedster like Quicksilver. Now, without getting too deep into it, Quicksilver is basically the Flash, but for Marvel. He goes really, really fast. That's what he does. Like, imagine if Quicksilver was just naturally faster than most characters passively, but then with his abilities, he could really kick in the super speed and, for instance, relocate an ally that was in danger. Like, he could move them. Just a temporary mega speed boost that isn't necessarily used for combat, but just map traversal. He could also like run in a circle really fast, kicking up dust and creating a little dust tornado to obscure enemy vision. I could see that being a really unique support character in a hero shooter like this, and something that's never really been done before. And honestly, just thinking about all the different Marvel characters and how they can translate into gameplay concepts is just getting me so giddy, man. I cannot wait to start playing this game and teaching you guys how to get good at it. All right, let's get some X-Men representation. The mutants as a whole have always been really popular, but we're seeing a massive resurgence in popularity recently now that they're officially being introduced to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, they've got their own Disney Plus show with X-Men 97. That show was really good, by the way. You should definitely watch it. And we've already seen Magic is confirmed to be in the game. So yeah, Marvel's gonna put some mutants in the game. That's great news. Let's get some big hitters in there, man. Wolverine has to be in there. Listen, Marvel, sell me a $10 Hugh Jackman Wolverine skin. I'll buy it. That's another thing I'm really excited about. Like, think about all the crazy skins Marvel can make for this game. We can have comic book accurate skins for these characters. We can have their MCU skins. We can have alternate suits like Symbiote Spider-Man. The possibilities are endless. But let's not get distracted. Back to the X-Men. Cyclops and Wolverine are very high priority picks to put in Marvel Rivals. They'll both be DPS characters most likely, although I could see Cyclops, seeing as he's the leader of the X-Men. Maybe they could make him a support and he's got like team-based abilities. Like, he could give a big buff to everyone. Maybe he could mark an enemy and be like, "To me, my X-Men. Hey, everyone, focus this guy," like a real team leader would do, and then that enemy takes an increased percentage damage from his team. I'm not sure if I want Cyclops to be a DPS or a support, but he's gotta be in the game. It's a little more straightforward for Wolverine. Like, obviously that guy's gotta be a DPS. He wants to be in the front line just shredding everything. I'm sure he'll be a very straightforward character. They might play into his berserker rage, like maybe once he's below 30% HP, he gets reduced cooldowns or some sort of benefit for being close to death. I could see that being a really exciting and unique playstyle for a boy with the claws. Also, I'm a big fan of Colossus. I think they should add him as a tank just so that him and Wolverine could have a team up ability. They do this thing in the comics called the fastball special, where they just straight up, Colossus picks up Wolverine and just throws him into the enemies. It's always a good time, and it'd be a shame if Marvel didn't put it in the game. All right, we've named a couple of popular characters that will almost certainly be put into the game. Now let's talk about a couple of really weird picks. I mean, like I said, Marvel seems like they're willing to put in some really deep cuts, so let's get freaky with it. Sleepwalker is this weird little dude who, yeah, you guessed it, he has sleep-based powers. Basically, he's this guy named Rick Sheridan, and whenever Rick goes to sleep, the Sleepwalker awakes in the dream world. He is a very 90s character that pops up every now and then, and dude, I would just love to see him creeping around in a game next to Iron Man and the Hulk. He could be a stealth-based DPS character, which this game does not have yet, so he could very easily fill that niche. He could be the Sombra of Marvel Rivals. Like, he's passively invisible, he sneaks up on people and puts them to sleep. Maybe he even makes the enemy hallucinate, like they think they're fighting Spider-Man, but really they're hitting their own teammate. Oh, that would be sick. Marvel, don't be a coward. Put Sleepwalker in the game. And for our #1 character that absolutely has to be in Marvel Rivals, we have the Rawhide Kid. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody likes the Rawhide Kid. I want to see the Silver Surfer. Listen, Marvel has already kind of hinted that they're willing to put cosmic level powered characters in the game. We see Galacta, who is basically a thought version of Galactus, in the reveal trailer. So, you know what? Let's get the Silver Surfer in there. Now, Silver Surfer is not really the most violence-prone character. The only reason he ever fights, really, is because he's forced to be the Herald of Galactus. So, you know what? Maybe he could be a completely passive support character. Like, imagine a character that is literally so unbelievably powerful, but he refuses to fight in the game. So he's just overloaded with cool mobility options. Like, he's just riding his surfboard around, healing his allies, buffing his own characters. He could move around the map a lot like Lucio from Overwatch, and then his ultimate could be some big, devastating, game-ending ability. All I know is he has a really striking design, and I think this game is the perfect time to let a lot of people get their first glimpse of who the Silver Surfer is. Also, Silver Surfer Requiem is a really great comic. You should all read it. that is going to conclude our first video on Marvel Rivals. Guys, I cannot wait for this game. I hope my excitement for this game really comes through in this video. I would love to know who you want to see in Marvel Rivals. And again, subscribe to this channel. We are going to be posting so many character guides, gameplay guides, everything you could possibly want. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. I've got something really cool planned for you all. Peace.